Hi guys, today we are going to review X-Men Apocalypse, the movie. X-Men Apocalypse is directed by Bryan Singer, the guy who directed the first two X-Men and of course my favorite movie of all time, X-Men's Days of the Future Past, which I highly recommend you to watch this movie. So yes guys, when I hear that the X-Men Apocalypse is going to be directed by Bryan Singer, the guy who invented this movie franchise, and thus I had a huge expectation for this new installment in the series. Unfortunately, this movie failed to my expectations, and that is kinda sad because Bryan Singer is a very good director, and to see that this movie is a mediocre is kinda disappointing. So let's begin with the plot. The plot of the movie begins with the apocalypse that rules Egypt until his followers betrayed him, and thus his four horsemen of the apocalypse sacrificed themselves to protect him, and thus he awaked back in 1983, years after the events of Days of the Future Past. If you don't remember what happened in the Days of the Future Past, this movie was sort of a reboot, and thankfully, since this movie had changed some of the timelines, we had Deadpool the movie, which this movie was faithful to the Deadpool and not this garbage. And thus, I had made a review to the Deadpool, which you can see down at the description below. Anyway. And thus, the Apocalypse came to 1983, recruit his new four horsemen of the Apocalypse, and thus a new adventure and X-Men begins. Well, the plot of the movie is a mix of good and bad. I like the idea of the four horsemen of the Apocalypse and how they handle it. I'm not gonna spoil who are they because it would give it away and it wouldn't be interesting to spoil it right now. And I really like Magneto's character development. It was amazing, they handled him pretty well. And if you remember in the Days of the Future Past how Quicksilver was awesome, this movie does not disappoint us. He is still amazing and he still steals the show and the movie and the spotlight. I really wish that we will see Quicksilver the movie one day, because this guy deserves it, and this actor, he's awesome for me. And thus some of the other characters, on the other hand, they are kinda bad. They do not have any character development at all. They're just there, just for the fan service, just to say that yes, we are here, this is a prequel to the X-Men, thus we have to give some forced character development and thus a quick way how these characters came from point A to point B. And the worst example for this is Wolverine. Wolverine was just there, so that Hugh Jackman could get his extra money, so that he can remind us that yes, his role as Wolverine will not last long, and especially in his Wolverine 3, which will be his last movie as Wolverine. And if you cut out Wolverine out of that movie, X-Men Apocalypse, it won't really make any difference. Because yeah, he didn't do anything else to the plot at all. Anyway, and the cliche of that the mutants are haunted. They do not accept us. We are a threat to them. Oh, we're getting along to them. We're getting along with the humans. No, we are still a threat to them. Yeah, even after a few years ago when the first X-Men does this kind of thing, yeah, it becomes very cliche and very repetitive, and that's very tiresome to see this thing over and over again. So yeah. And thus we have some kind of fan service just to remind us for the foreshadowing that is about to happen in the next movies. And yeah, that's pretty much about it about the plot. And the villain, Apocalypse, is not an interesting villain. Despite that he has incredible powers that could destroy the world, he had no personality. And it's not the actor's fault. The actors were amazing in this film, but the script was not really strong. It has some good moments and some strong scenes, but overall, nothing really interesting. So the special effects of the movie are still pretty strong, and the fight scenes are amazing as hell. And I do really like the soundtrack. It is amazing. And yeah, the movie kind of drags a bit. It begins so slow, trying to build up the events, how this guy's gonna come there, and then when we get to the juiciest part, yeah, it kind of becomes interesting, but to get there you need to go to some boring exposition and some drag out scene and some pointless fan service that the X-Men fans will understand them. And of course we have Stanley cameo, which is still awesome, along with his, I think his wife, probably his wife. Anyway. So yes guys, this movie, in conclusion, it is not a bad film, but not a good movie either. Some of the events just happen because plot convenience and just fan service and some good scenes that actually make some sense for the characters to involve, but most of the cast, they're just there, bland. It has some good fight scenes, good music, good special effects, but the actors, few actors like Jennifer Lawrence and the guy who played the Apocalypse, yeah, nothing really amazing. So overall, this movie gets a 5.9 out of 10. And I really hope that Hugh Jackman will be amazing in his last film as Wolverine. And I hear that in the next X-Men film, it's gonna be probably for the Dark Phoenix saga. Let's hope that this will not be another X-Men 3. Because they correct this mistake that this movie never happened. Let's hope that second chance is a charm. Let's hope so. And that it's gonna set in the 90s. And that Bryan Singer want this movie to be set in space. So yes guys, that is all my opinion about the movie. Thanks for watching this movie review. Make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and have a good day.